Hi Hedley, as one of over 30 contributors to your book, Supply Chain Management in the Drug Industry, I'm delighted to be here today to have a chat with you. So, what made you write the book?
Well, I suppose the glib answer is Wiley asked me to write a book. They obviously saw a need for a text on supply chain management in this particular industry. Um, but why I wanted to do it really because I've become quite frustrated at the lack of understanding of supply chain management, what it really is in this sector. People associated with moving boxes around from the warehouse to the pharmacy to clinic or whatever. And it's a much more all-embracing, much more sort of powerful activity than that other sectors have proved. And also, I feel that we are at a crisis with supply chains in this sector now. Counterfeiting, adulteration of product, high costs, low levels of innovation. I think supply chain management is one key area where we can address that.
Fantastic. So, who should read the book?
I think there's a few sort of target populations, if you like. Those people, scientists, technologists, and people working in regulatory affairs or quality, etc., who are really working in the environment where information is being registered, the chemistry manufacturing controls information, which is basically supply chain information. And if that's not properly done and thought about in the early stages, then it can have an adverse effect on the supply chain. So that's one group who I think can radically increase their contribution to the supply chain. The other is practitioners in supply chain management, inside and outside the industry, who could much better apply their skills if they had a deeper and broader understanding of regulations of the drug development process and how the industry works in general.
Now, having read it, I know it's not a typical textbook, so what can readers expect?
Well, I've tried to break it up. I've tried to make it interesting. I've tried to make it informative. Obviously, it has a lot of the experience that I've picked up over the years in there, but I've also used three different approaches as well. I've used the 30 plus contributors, you've been one, to give their views, thoughts and opinions on critical aspects. I've also used metaphors, simple metaphors, to explain some of the more difficult concepts, the way you schedule production lines, the way lean works, the way strategic procurement works, so that people can really identify it who don't have a technical background. So I think it's been important to do that. And the last thing is I put in my own personal experiences in the years I've worked in the industry, things I've seen, observations I've made, which I think are learning opportunities for all of us.
It is really readable and very accessible, very easy to understand. So, is there really another need for a book on SCM?
Well, I think most of the books on SCM are very complex, they're very jargonized and difficult to understand. So I think this book tries to demystify a lot of SCM, but also specifically in how you apply those skills in the pharmaceutical setting.
Superb. So what next?
I'm pretty passionate about 21st century modernization, the work that Dr. Janet Woodcock is doing at FDA and the International Conference on Harmonization, and also the way we develop products. I think we should look more towards other sectors and really pick the ways of concurrent engineering, concurrent sort of operating, much stronger processes moving forward.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Hedley. Good luck with the book.
You're very welcome. Thanks, Ruth.